like Mike Jack. Talk a lot but ain't saying shit. I ain't hear your song, they ain't playing it.
My baby love, my baby love, I need ya,
You know, the hard way. Nobody should be offered limos and private jets when they're first starting out, which a lot of them are offered these things now, the newcomers. I believe that the proof is in the pudding. If you can't sing, stay home. But if you can afford all those props and things, which a lot of these kids do, prop it up, boo-boo. But you ain't singing.
Patti LaBelle just set the internet on fire by aiming straight at today's chart toppers Sexyy Red and Ice Spice.
I'm a teacher, and I'm gonna tell you every little downfall you might run into that I ran into, and I got out of it somehow. So here I am to give you info.
She's calling out these new age artists as nothing more than industry plants, accusing them of tarnishing the legacy of true artistry.
Learn how hard it is to get to where you have to get in a truck. Get there and then tear the house down singing. Because that's what we did.
Could this be the end of the road for Ice Spice's catchy rhymes and Sexyy Red's unapologetic vibes? Is Patti waving goodbye to an era she says is built on hype instead of heart? Let's find out. Let's talk about the real OGs. Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, Diana Ross, Gladys Knight. These women didn't just waltz into fame like some TikTok stars today. They clawed their way to the top, facing hardships most people today couldn't even imagine. Back in their day, it wasn't just about hitting the high notes or having a stage presence. Nah, they were battling racism, sexism, and an industry that saw them as nothing more than background music. Patti LaBelle, she performed in dive bars and struggled for years before anyone gave her the recognition she deserved. Aretha, she had to fight for her title as the Queen of Soul, in a world where respect wasn't exactly handed out to black women. Diana Ross navigated the Supremes drama and industry sabotage to become an icon. Gladys Knight, she was grinding with the Pips long before anyone cared about Midnight Train to Georgia.
It was a proving ground. You know, we used to do what they call back in the day break-in dates. Well, this was a break-in for your entire career.
These ladies built their empires brick by brick, with raw talent and a whole lot of grit. No social media to hype them up, no instant fame. They earned it the hard way, touring non-stop, dealing with unfair contracts, and proving themselves over and over again.
Have you always been that in charge of your life? Have you always had the ability to do what you wanted to do with and for Aretha Franklin?
Not always.
Now, some of these singers today are famous from day one. No hustle, no struggle. They post a few viral clips, get a catchy hook, and bam, platinum record. But where's the soul? Where's the fight? Half the time, it's all auto-tune and vibes with zero substance. Can you imagine Patti or Aretha watching some of these stars today? They'd probably shake their heads like, is this what we fought for? The difference is clear. Legends earn their crowns. Nowadays, crowns are handed out like participation trophies. Fast forward to today, and the music industry is almost unrecognizable compared to the days of Patti LaBelle and her contemporaries. The focus has shifted from nurturing genuine talent and artistry to creating viral sensations, often at the expense of authenticity. Artists like Sexyy Red and Ice Spice dominate the charts, not necessarily because of their vocal prowess or groundbreaking contributions to music, but because of their ability to generate clicks, hashtags, and endless buzz. It's a strategy that caters to short attention spans and thrives on controversy, but it leaves many questioning the depth of their artistry.
I see them turning Sexyy Red and Ice Spice into full-fledged stars in the last 6 to 8 months. Nobody can tell me anything.
Patti LaBelle's critique isn't merely about the sound of today's music. It's about the entire ecosystem that props up artists for their marketability rather than their talent. The transition from an era of craftsmanship to one of clickbait has been swift and jarring, particularly for those who remember when music was about moving souls rather than racking up streams. Sexyy Red's rise to fame has been meteoric, but not without raising eyebrows. Her explicit lyrics, unfiltered personality, and unapologetic image have made her a polarizing figure in the music industry. To her fans, she's raw, real, and a voice for the streets. To her critics, she's the embodiment of a music industry obsessed with shock value over substance. One person wrote, "Have you ever seen a dusty person that no matter how much they try and clean themselves up, they still look dusty? That her, no matter makeup clothes, she's still gonna look dirty. Just my opinion." The debate over her artistry is hard to ignore. How much of her popularity stems from genuine talent, and how much is the result of a carefully orchestrated marketing strategy? With tracks like Pound Town and Sexyy, it's clear that her music caters to a very specific niche. "I was in the studio and I showed it to my team, and they were like, 'This ain't it,'" she said. "I said, 'This is the one. This the one. I'm telling you.'" Granted, there's no way to know what song will go viral ahead of time, let alone what could be someone's breakout hit. But for Red, she knew right away. "I knew. I said, we doing this because we like the song, and it's my stuff. My fans love me for being me. Emma, drop it," she said. But critics argue that her over-the-top persona and viral antics are more about generating headlines than showcasing true artistry. The label of industry plant frequently follows Sexyy Red.
Yeah, it's not a talent thing. It's not a popularity contest. It's a select thing. We have to be selected.
In this context, the term refers to artists who seem to be engineered by record labels for mass appeal rather than rising organically through sheer talent and hard work. The question becomes, would Sexyy Red have reached this level of fame without the backing of an industry willing to exploit her controversial image for profit? An ex-user said, "I don't like Sexyy Red and it has nothing to do with respectability politics. Her entire brand is degeneracy. It's not owning her S like Megan, nor does it offer authenticity like Glorilla. She gives me CIA vibes." Then there's Ice Spice, the self-proclaimed Princess Diana of the Bronx, whose rise has been just as rapid but far more calculated. Her signature whispery flow and catchy hooks have earned her legions of fans, particularly among Gen Z, who see her as relatable and authentic. But beneath the surface, her journey raises serious questions. Rumors of Ice Spice's connections to high-powered industry executives have cast a shadow over her meteoric ascent. From her early days, she was linked to influential figures who seemingly smoothed the path to stardom. Add to this her collaborations with megastars like Nicki Minaj, secured surprisingly early in her career, and it's hard not to wonder if her rise was as organic as it appears.
It feels incredible. Like, I never expected 4 nominations, and I'm just so happy. Like, I'm so excited. Yes.
Okay, are you excited for this Super Bowl commercial?
I am. Shout out to Starry. They held it down. Period.
Even her public persona seems tailor-made for the internet age. Ice Spice's every move, from her fashion choices to her music videos, feels meticulously curated to keep her name trending. And while her fans hail her as the voice of a generation, skeptics argue that her career is a carefully plotted chess game designed to maximize visibility rather than showcase artistry. While Spice is often categorized as a drill rapper, her music defies the genre's typical conventions. Influenced by artists like 50 Cent, Beyoncé, Lil Wayne, and Shakira, her musical style incorporates elements of both pop and drill. "I feel like I'm bringing a new sound to people that they haven't really heard before, being one of the few girls to bring drill to a mainstream level," she shared with Harper's Bazaar USA. Sexyy Red and Ice Spice represent a larger trend in the music industry, the prioritization of virality over virtuosity. The industry's shift from nurturing artists with timeless appeal to manufacturing disposable stars for quick profit is glaringly evident. Record labels no longer seem interested in developing the next Patti LaBelle or Aretha Franklin. They're too busy chasing the next TikTok sensation. "I've never believed in the word diva," she admitted. "I think that word is for grand opera singers. I'm just Patti. I sing, I try to dance, and I'm not a diva. Maybe I have some diva qualities, but I don't think I'm a diva." Laughs. Artists are now chosen not for their ability to innovate or inspire, but for their potential to trend. It's not about crafting albums that stand the test of time, it's about creating 15-second snippets that rack up views. And while this model has proven lucrative in the short term, it's left the music world with a glaring void, a lack of depth, soul, and artistry that once defined the industry. As Patti LaBelle and her peers watch this transformation unfold, it's not hard to imagine their dismay. For artists who endured racism, sexism, and countless other obstacles to share their talent with the world, today's music industry must feel like an entirely different planet. Where is the passion, the craft, the dedication? For Patti and the legends of her time, music was a calling. For many of today's stars, it seems more like a product. 60 years performing, and I see changes all the time. "I never know if we're going to ever go back to when real music was real music," she shared, "because a lot of things today If a song's title is Get It Now or something, you're going to hear Get It Now, the whole record, no substance. So there's still some growth. And I hope that it goes back to substance. It's not just Sexyy Red and Ice Spice's meteoric rises that spark debates. It's the whirlwind of controversies surrounding them that keeps their names in the headlines. Whether intentional or not, these controversies often overshadow their music, turning them into cultural flashpoints rather than celebrated artists. Sexyy Red is no stranger to controversy. Her unapologetically explicit lyrics and raw image have already polarized audiences, but it's her offstage antics that have truly cemented her place in the viral Hall of Fame. Recently, she made waves when an alleged STD rumor about her exploded online. Screenshots and memes flooded social media, sparking heated debates about her private life. The controversy has quickly escalated with mixed information, much of it pieced together from a series of videos shared by DJ academics. The situation centers around a man described by academics as an alleged ex-baby dad, who appears to have a bone to pick with the rapper. The drama started when Sexyy Red posted a message on social media asking, "Who my BD op? I got a big fat wet pee waiting for you." This post seems to be a call out for information on the alleged baby daddy, who later accused Red of transmitting a S-transmitted disease to him during their relationship. An audio clip has surfaced in which the man, who goes by the name Woo Slime on Facebook, can be heard confronting Red. He's visibly upset, accusing her of lying throughout their relationship and questioning whether she's deceiving other men as well. Red, however, remains evasive, responding with, "Everyone is getting burnt." This cryptic remark adds to the suspicion, as it sounds like an indirect admission of guilt. But Red didn't stop there. She made a shocking remark, wishing that Woo Slime contracted AIDS, which fueled further speculation. He shared his response on social media, writing, "She said she burning everybody getting burnt. You gotta be strong for det now side Pete. It's not for da weak and I'm da weak." Although Sexyy Red later denied the allegations, the internet had already had its say. For some, this was just another calculated move in her shock value playbook, a way to stay trending, even if it meant enduring public scrutiny. Others saw it as yet another example of how she thrives in a culture that values controversy over artistry. The episode brought her unprecedented attention, but it also raised questions. Is this the kind of notoriety that builds a lasting career, or is it just another flash in the pan?
My supporters being like, she's the people's princess, she's Princess Diana. At first I was confused. I was like, Princess Diana, like, out of everybody, but I was like, F it.
Her critics argue that these scandals overshadow her music. Instead of focusing on her tracks or artistic vision, conversations revolve around her latest headline-grabbing moment. Whether it's intentional or not, it's a strategy that seems to work in the age of viral fame, but one that risks burning out as quickly as it ignites. Ice Spice's controversies are less salacious, but equally polarizing. For many, her collaborations with major artists like Nicki Minaj have been a point of contention. How does an artist with only a handful of songs land such high-profile partnerships so early in her career? Theories range from claims of exceptional talent to whispers of powerful industry connections. Critics argue that these collaborations fuel the perception of Ice Spice as an industry plant. Her rapid rise, seemingly out of nowhere, has led to speculation that her success is less about organic fan support and more about a carefully orchestrated plan by record labels and executives. While such remarks used to bother her, she's since come to realize this simply comes with the territory. A lot of people have thrown that in my face, like, "Oh, I've never seen anything happen so quickly. She needs to be studied, or she's a plant," Spice said in the interview available here. "I just let people believe whatever they want to believe, to be honest. I don't really mind all the rumors. At first I did, but now I'm at a point where I understand that just comes with this lifestyle." Then there's her infamous Rolling Loud performance, which added another layer to the debate. As one of the festival's most anticipated acts, Ice Spice faced significant pressure to prove herself as a live performer. However, the performance sparked controversy, with many questioning whether she relied too heavily on backing tracks. Clips from the show went viral, with viewers divided. Was this a rookie mistake or a sign that she's not yet ready for the big stage?
DMs is crazy.
Flooded, bro.
For both Sexyy Red and Ice Spice, these controversies aren't just side notes, they're integral to their public personas. In today's music industry, where social media buzz can be more valuable than critical acclaim, these scandals often serve as fuel for their fame. Every tweet, meme, and viral moment keeps them in the public eye, ensuring that their names remain trending topics. But this reliance on controversy comes at a cost. It blurs the line between artistry and spectacle, leaving audiences to wonder, are they famous for their music or for their ability to generate buzz? For legends like Patti LaBelle, whose careers were built on raw talent and unrelenting dedication, this approach to fame can seem shallow and unsustainable. While Sexyy Red and Ice Spice continue to ride the wave of viral success, the question lingers: what happens when the buzz dies down? Can their careers survive beyond the scandals, or will they be remembered more for their controversies than their contributions to music? For now, the spotlight remains firmly on them, but whether it's for the right reasons is a matter of debate. For Patti LaBelle and her peers, the world of instant fame that exists today is almost alien. Patti has always been vocal about the importance of authenticity and emotional connection in music, qualities that seem increasingly rare in the current industry landscape. To her, artists like Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight, and Diana Ross didn't just perform songs, they embodied their music. Every note carried their passion, pain, and joy. Their voices weren't just instruments, they were vessels of lived experiences, weaving stories that resonate across generations. Patti's critique of today's music industry strikes at the core of what music should be, a reflection of the soul. Where's the heart? Where's the soul? It's a question she and other veterans of the industry can't help but ask as they witness the rise of viral sensations who seem more focused on trends than artistry. During Patti's time, success in the music industry wasn't handed out. It was earned through relentless dedication, talent, and perseverance. Legends like Aretha Franklin endured systemic racism, sexism, and personal hardship to carve their places in music history. Their talent couldn't be ignored, even by an industry rife with discrimination and gatekeeping. For artists like Patti, it wasn't about gimmicks or manufactured personas. It was about authenticity. Audiences connected with their music because it came from a place of truth. When Patti sang, you felt the emotion in her voice. When Aretha performed, it was as if she was bearing her soul. That kind of artistry couldn't be faked, and it certainly couldn't be manufactured in a boardroom. Contrast this with today's music industry, where the focus seems to have shifted from creating timeless art to chasing fleeting virality. Instead of nurturing talent that could stand the test of time, the industry is more interested in creating stars who can dominate algorithms and rack up streams. Patti LaBelle isn't alone in her sentiments. Many veteran artists and industry insiders feel that the rise of social media has fundamentally changed the way we value music. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram have turned artists into content creators, where their success is measured not by the depth of their talent, but by the number of likes, shares, and followers they can amass. The shift to this metrics-driven model has robbed music of much of its artistry. Instead of celebrating singers and songwriters who can move audiences with their craft, the spotlight is now on those who can generate the most buzz. It's a race to stay relevant, with viral challenges and catchy snippets often taking precedence over entire albums or meaningful lyrics. For Patti and her contemporaries, the music industry was a battlefield where only the most talented and determined survived. It was a crucible that forged legends. Today, that battlefield has transformed into a digital arena where virality is the ultimate prize. Artists like Sexyy Red and Ice Spice are products of this new system, while their ability to capture attention is undeniable. Patti might argue that attention alone doesn't equate to artistry. Where is the storytelling? Where is the emotion? Where is the sense of legacy that once defined the music world? The critique from legends like Patti LaBelle serves as a warning to the industry. In its rush to capitalize on fleeting trends, it risks losing the essence of what makes music truly powerful. Songs that endure for decades aren't built on gimmicks. They're built on authenticity, passion, and connection. If the industry continues down this path, it might produce more viral stars, but it risks leaving behind the timeless artistry that has shaped music for generations. Patti LaBelle's words remind us of a truth that shouldn't be forgotten. Real music is about more than just staying relevant. It's about touching lives, one note at a time. While it's easy to dismiss Patti's comments as the musings of a bygone era, they highlight a larger issue: the music industry's transformation into a machine that prioritizes profits over passion. Sexyy Red and Ice Spice may be at the center of the storm, but they're also products of an industry that has mastered the art of creating stars out of thin air. So are Sexyy Red and Ice Spice the future of music, or just the latest in a long line of disposable acts? And as Patti LaBelle watches from the sidelines, one can't help but wonder if she's mourning not just the loss of artistry, but the soul of an industry she helped build.